Sunday night, OCR TV, 3-Wide Racing League, Nathan Young Designs, B-Car Series from none other than Talladega. In the booth tonight, you got me. Sorry. You got Matt Kingston. We also got Thomas, the Hot Man Morse. We're going to be bringing you flag-to-flag coverage of tonight's special event, round 2 of the B-Series playoffs. Gentlemen, are we ready?
Fight! Oh, sorry, wrong thing.
That's later on after the wreck.
But I'm pretty ready. This is going to be exciting here in Alabama.
How can you not be ready? It's Talladega. I mean,
Alabama.
Other than a big one, I mean, even if we don't have a big one, you're going to have 3, possibly 4 wide racing all night. We've already seen in practice, pushing can be difficult.
Deadly.
So I'm sure guys like Peter Short, Eric Micka, who've had great seasons so far and aren't locked into the next round, are going to be on pins and needles all night. So.
And somebody who has joined us again tonight, the other Micka brother, Andrew.
Yoko.
He's proven that he's actually pretty good at Talladega, so let's see if he can
well, that's
win this one.
Now, is that before or after he wrecks 20 cars?
Just because you win one
That's
doesn't
after.
erase everything
Listen,
you've done in the past.
I've seen before from other drivers, if you wreck the entire field, you will win the race.
True.
There's a word for that. Attrition.
McMurrayism?
Forced attrition. I believe it's
Yeah.
the word for that there. Or the phrase. The phrase that pays. Hot 93. Yeah.
Do we have an FM radio station now?
Anyway, well, not yet.
It's
Working
the
on
Mike
that.
channel.
Working on that. But, yeah, boys. It's going to be, hopefully eventful.
So we should also mention this is not a cutoff race, but clearly if you get wrecked here, it's going to make your job much harder in 2 weeks at Phoenix.
So not an elimination
to win.
race, but you certainly can be eliminated in this race.
And with a field of 20, 21, 20, 19, 20, something like that, that's
I'm
a lot of
21.
points that can be lost here. So.
Yeah, this could be a deadly race for somebody, especially guys like you guys mentioned, Eric Mickey and Peter Short. Great season so far, and if they find trouble tonight, then they might be way on the outside looking in.
I almost started singing. And then I remembered this is not that channel, so we're good.
It's close enough. I mean, I'm sure our viewers like to hear you sing.
I'm sure
It's a
takedown
fun
notice won't hurt us or anything. It's fine.
I don't know.
It doesn't matter. Videos get demonetized anyway because YouTube sucks. But
Yes.
Well, they can't take you down for singing a song.
Well, gentlemen, we've got chatters in chat already chatting. We got RK Productions, a.k.a. Carlos Acosta. He said, a damn tie? Ooh, that's brutal. We'll get to that, though. And then Peter, the long man short, coming in saying, this race will be interesting.
Very.
And then, of course, Eric Milka, kill me.
well,
I mean, that's why Andrew's here. So
Yeah, just give that a couple laps, Eric.
so
Well,
what would your strategy here be? Do you want to ride in the back, let the big one happen, or do you want to be up front contending
Ooh,
all race
up front.
long?
Let me
all
take
right,
this.
well.
Let me take this first. My strategy here is to go fast and turn left.
Well,
Not a
when
lot.
There's an instant
just
in
a
front
little
of you,
bit.
Wendell. What do? Do you turn left or do you turn right? And hope it doesn't
Well,
come up.
this is the trick to that. It's something I've learned throughout the 4 years that we did this. Stay ahead of the wreck.
up front leading is the best place to be.
Until you get turned from the lead.
Luis, there are no ice cubes in this glass. Okay, those.
What is that ring in your
Eric, Mickey, no, those, sir, are my testicles. It's cold in this room. He said, "Give me a glass."
Oh, Mickey, you better turn up the heat.
Mm-mm.
Your small hands can't operate the thermostat. But
Here in Boston as well, freezing. Oh, speaking of Boston, we're going to be in Boston in April, and by we I mean I.
Are we?
Yeah, we're going to go visit PAX East to check out the little streaming convention there.
can I come?
Like your
Yes.
snow boots.
Absolutely, you boys should come. And Matt,
That won't be cold.
Matt, if you come, you know you certainly will. Anyway.
Oh my god!
Anyway,
Shut it down. Shut it down.
Is this
We're
Star Wars
done.
Race 1 again? What are we doing?
we're done here, boys. Well, gentlemen, I think it's that time. Let's pop him with it.
For the drivers.
Drivers! Your grid. Luis, the hot man, Salmaso, rolling off your pole sitter in the number 4 car with Carlos Acosta rolling off P2.
Rolling off P3, we have, Johnny the Rocket Thomas into his outside. Nathan Velez looking to advance into the playoffs with a good finish here. Maybe he can rack up some points on the Mickey and Short show there.
We're starting off row number 3. We have Kyle Hanshaw burn your tires down before qualifying into his outside the number 6. Playoff contender Eric Micka.
P7 belongs to Jordan Teal, the rookie. He's driving for Eisentech Enterprises tonight, and that crew, no strangers to closing the deal, if you will. Rolling off P8, Rusty Webb in the 88 for the 3 OG.
That's 3 8s there, Wendell.
It's a 888 special. Rolling off P9 will be Sam Close. He's always a dominant factor here in this series. Into his outside, Paul Ross, the only man who's going to feel safe because he didn't have to worry about going to Homestead. He's already locked in.
They're now back behind them with the 87 of Richard Hines into his outside, Matt Ramathorn Hackathorn.
P13 belongs to the other Milka, Andrew, the 86 for Bombshell Motorsports, with Tanner, the Dullman Sharp, rocking the 3 car for RK Motorsports.
Rolling off P15. It's like a new little paint job there from Mike Stevens. Into his outside, Richard Lafferty, another guy who had a disappointing Dover, looking to turn it around here tonight.
Starting behind them, we have Chuck Sweeney, who did not make the grid, to his outside. Somebody also trying to seal his deal here in the chase, make his way, or in the playoffs, sorry, make his way to the round of 3 at Homestead. Peter Short.
No, in the bucket, man.
Rounding
American.
Rounding out your field, David, the VR man Wilson in the 39 car. Kevin Finn in the 14. And Chad, where the hell did he come from? Brown in the 64.
I'm still upset for David after getting completely tattooed from continuing on in his playoff efforts at, where was that, Dover? See if he can get a little bit of redemption and get his way up to the lead and win this. Was it Chicago? I can't remember.
It's been so long, to be honest, because this series has been on and off so many weeks. I can't hardly remember all the races now. We've done so many beforehand. So qualify Peter Short's strategy is to ride around in the back.
Yeah, that's as it appears.
So it looks like we have quite a contingent in Boston there, Wendell.
I was going to say that's at least 3. I'm pretty sure the Mickas are in Massachusetts somewhere, and the state is only so big.
There'll be a lot of white things you can talk about up there. You know, powders, snow, peoples. You can meet Kevin at the food court, though.
Oh, yeah. Can we go to a Wendy's?
Wendy's?
Why?
Fuck would we go to Wendy's?
I
mean, don't get me wrong, it's better than McDonald's and Burger King, but...
Listen, I have to drive an hour and a half to go to Wendy's. And I would do that daily if I had nothing better to do with my time.
That's sad.
Shut up.
Here's an idea. Get the fuck out of Canada.
Come to America.
Or at least
Massasquatch
and Notchin, or wherever it is you live. I can't remember.
Miramichi.
That place.
Miramichi.
Paper mache, Tim.
I quit.
Gentlemen, we're about to drop the green flag on a Talladega race.
No, don't drop it. It's debris.
Just throw it on the ground.
You can run over debris all you want in a race.
Talladega, a little bit different than Daytona. Instead of right in the middle of the front straight-ish, it's all the way down between turn 1. We green.
And it's the race to the chase to the, and we're green.
Race to the chase, and we're already 3 wide a little bit.
Eric Micka trying to get to the back here. Pretty sure he didn't want to ride around the middle of the pack. Although I probably would have tried to push forward because we've seen people get taken out trying to ride in the back or trying to get to the back.
Everything's pretty well calm right now. We're just with Mickey falling back to the back. Rusty Webb and Mike Stevens going to make some short work of him.
It's 70 laps tonight. I don't know if we mentioned that. So it's a long way. I mean, it's enough time to not, you want to plan ahead here, not just go balls to the walls right at the start.
Yeah, and another thing with the length of this race, depending on cautions coming, we could have a fuel mileage scenario coming down here.
I don't know. They're only 75% fuel, though.
Oh, that's right, too.
And even shorter.
Chuck is finally making his way onto the circuit. Oh, my. People got scared when they saw him coming.
Oh, that was a Kevin LePage moment almost.
Yeah. I'm clear. I'm yellow. They can see me.
They could have seen me coming up. Speaking of coming up, here comes Sam Close and Jordan Till on the outside, looking to take the lead.
They got a good little push going there. They're not really out of shape. Paul Ross trying to hook up with Rusty Webb back here. America's favorite caution. I will say this for Rusty. He's been doing great the last few weeks. He's consistent and running up in the top 10, too.
Yeah, I talked about that with Ramathorn the other day. He was pleasantly surprised the turnaround Rusty Webb's made. So.
When he just started calming down and trying to drive the car instead of letting the car drive him.
Well, gentlemen, I think it was maybe a matter of necessity. Because at that point, the entire field was gunning for you.
That's true.
So we've got the interesting little threesome back here with the Mickles and Peter Short kind of working together.
That's when Eric should turn Peter Short so he can make sure he gets another shot.
That's interesting. One Mika's okay, but two Mikas? That's too much Mikas.
I can tell you from personal experience at Daytona last year. So.
And Jordan Teal set to take the lead here at Talladega. Sam Close falls off just a touch, but he's still battling up there with Luis Salmaso.
Plenty of help on the high side now, though, as we're back to side-by-side.
Yeah, we got them 6 cars long up there on the top. It's nice to see.
Still giving plenty of room, though, so no side drafting yet. We'll keep an eye and see if anyone tries to come up and get this playoff point at halfway. That's usually something that comes into play. Of course, looking at this, not going to be a whole lot of places to go if you're side by side. So.
No, this is a little bit of a log jam because you cannot make that outside line, farthest outside line work, sorry, because you need to get some people up there with you.
I'm not sure how long you're going to be able to push in the high side before you start overheating. I'm sure that's going to come into play as well.
And that Hackathorn back there is right now running probably just outside of the top 10, if not back in the top 10 here. Seems pretty calm so far. Like you said, there's no pinching or anything yet. They're just kind of riding her out.
I mean, you have 70 laps and you can't get away from anyone. So unless you're on the front row, you're kind of just going to chill. Hope that bottom line starts accordioning like it normally does, and then you can just kind of inch your way up on the high side where the top guy would normally just fall to the bottom, and then so on and so on.
Top line is starting to push a little bit ahead, and it's probably going to be kneecapped here in the corner again. Oh, Tanner Sharp almost got to the side of the 14 there. He was trying to go to the middle line, but narrowly avoided it.
No help for Sam Close right now. Looks like Velez kind of fell off him as he's lagging just a little bit.
Hackathorn's going to wave some guys by, I believe. Chad Brown, Tanner Sharp.
The whole top line's kind of dissolving here. The 4 guys still up top, but everyone else is kind of falling off behind them.
See, but I'm here. I like running the high side. I know it's a little bit dangerous when the wrecks happen because they usually wash up the track, but you actually have somewhere to go when you want to go somewhere. Whereas the bottom, you're kind of locked in.
Snaking already down the back stretch. That's a little dangerous.
Intensity might be picking up already. Something you got to watch out for, too, is getting led onto the apron, because when you're up tucked behind somebody, it's hard to see where that yellow line is.
Or, I don't know how loose these cars are, but usually the tri-oval, the bottom line's a little bumpy, and that can cause some problems later on in a run.
That's true, too.
Indeed he can. Well, Luis Salmaso, the Red Bull with wings, looking pretty good out front right now. Thomas, you and I have found out that being out front, not always a good thing.
I mean, not always. You're going to burn more fuel than anyone else, but judging on how fuel runs up in here, I don't think that's going to be a problem. I would rather be in the 4 car's position than the 6 car, maybe? That's easy to say now. If there's a big wreck, I'm sure everyone will be like, well, it's great to be back there. We missed it. But
Yeah.
I would rather race than ride around all day.
Oh, wait,
It's
the race
so
is over?
riding
We
around.
missed it. Oh.
You fall into you fall into danger back there too, and you have Brooks Potts behind you because he has no brakes.
Well, there's no guarantee that riding around in 17th is going to do you any better. You could go green and just not ever make up the positions.
Yeah.
'Cause
I like
coming on pit lane would then be your only opportunity to actually make a pass.
that's why if you're riding the back, you should try to stay within the sniff the lead pack's draft. So in the event that this does go green, they can catch back up. But it's kind of hard to do that too, because sometimes you can't get stopped for the wreck that happens in front of you, even if it's
True. When you're
30
going
feet
200
in
miles
front
an
of you.
hour, so
Yeah. And the
No
brakes on these
ABS.
things aren't very good.
I just know someone that Wendell loved to announce, Jesus Andrade,
Andrade.
once won 3 out of 4 plate races in the league because he stayed up front in every single one of them. So, not saying you won't get wrecked, but there's a better chance of not getting wrecked when you're leading.
Tanner Sharp attempted to make the
Yeah.
power move to the outside of the wrecking ball there.
Maybe some excited to get up there.
Just channeling his inner Dale there.
Oh, don't channel it too hard. 'Cause sometimes you can't come back from that.
Well, I mean, that would be more appropriate at Daytona. But
Nah, it's fine. He actually won races here.
he won one at Daytona. Well, I mean, he won several at Daytona. But
Just, you know, not.
just one of them big ones.
Oh, there's a wreck! 46 and the 2 and the 88 and the 5 also. Where's the 33?
6 is in it.
Eric
The
Mickey's
6
done.
is done.
Still wrecking. Here comes Peter Short.
Peter
well
Short
after the wreck.
fine. He just jammed on brakes.
My.
It's like both Mickeys might be done. Tanner Sharp involved. David Wilson's done.
Oh, yep. Looks like we've got
Henshaw looks
the.
like he got some wicked net code there.
It looks like maybe the burnouts pre-qualifying kind of hurt those tires a little bit.
Something did. Tanner Sharp was all right. Him and David Wilson. Oh, until he got into the back of the 5. I never noticed that.
Never seen a car just wreck like that by itself.
Yeah, it was. That was
like
kind of
Jimmy
weird.
Johnson.
It
front
looked like
end-
he got hit.
The front end looked like it just yanked left.
That was netcode. I don't see how, because no one was even close enough to netcode him.
It does look like
Maybe a cat jumped on the
contact
table,
there,
or
yeah.
I mean, it just kind of like went around. It's almost like a flat tire. I've never seen that on a plate track here. Either way, it messed up a lot
If
of
you
cars.
watch the the right front of the 46 right before he takes this little dive down, looks like the fender gets crumpled in a little bit, but as you said, that's a massive net code range there.
I mean, well, who would it be coming from?
The 48 was blinking, but there's no way that would have
He was way behind.
caused that.
I mean, the 5 still is outside, but I've never seen
Yeah,
a car net
that
code
is,
down.
looking at the in car, that is definitely contact from something.
Well,
That's weird.
That's
you can see the front end buckle.
that's rather unfortunate for a lot of cars, but you know, it's the nature of the beast, if you will.
Oh, looks like Eric Mickey zigged when he should have zagged, unfortunately.
Yeah, the
that's
8,
one of those second
the 18,
chances
the
you don't get.
88. Man, that's
Still wrecking up here. Eric Mickey got quite a bit of, Andrew Mickey got quite a bit of contact as well in the other burnout machine.
You're right, Eric. If he would have stayed high, I think he would have missed it. But there's so much smoke, and you couldn't tell where
You
Carlos
can't
was.
tell, yeah.
You can never second judge those. It's just kind of what
No.
happens.
So we now have 15 cars on the lead lap. Chuck Sweeting gets back on the lead lap.
Yeah.
It's probably like, hey, I missed it.
Steve Webb.
That was
a list
just
of people involved.
You guys are
here.
right. Something hit that car, but
Yeah, something hit it.
It was like the ghost of Dale, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
If I'm getting this right, I think there's 8 or 9 cars involved in that wreck.
I'm showing, let's
So-
see, I got, it appears to be David Wilson, Tanner Sharp, Andrew Mickey, Sam Close, Eric Mickey, Kyle Hanshaw, and Carlos Acosta. Oh, as well as Rusty
Yeah,
Webb.
Rusty Webb, yeah.
There's still 7 sitting on pit lane, but there's also guys who've already left. Man. And they were all being so patient and not really aggressive, and then something freakish like that happened.
Yeah, that.
You know, it's easy to blame the driver there, but after looking at the replay, you clearly see there was contact from something.
When I saw that, I honestly thought he blew a tire just by how it looked, how the car dove down and back up the track. That
was just
incredible.
I don't know. No way you're saving that. Never.
No. Your right side was pretty well off the ground from phantom contact. That was just wild.
Indeed it was, but as unfortunate as it is, it's happened. Now you have to deal with the aftermath.
Yeah, that makes Phoenix even more important now, I guess, because we're going to have a hell of a battle.
We had Eric Mickey coming into this one with a 7-point buffer, I believe, to be in the playoffs for the final round, but that's going to put him.
I believe
he's going to finish last.
Eric was 10 points.
Eric
to the
had 10, yeah.
Oh, 10 points? Okay.
But even so, you kiss those 10 points goodbye.
Here's the problem. There's still guys like Kevin Finn, Velez, who else am I missing? Lafferty. They're all still in this race, and they can still win. And then that would lock them in, thus making only one spot still available on points.
And you still have Peter Short running without damage.
Yeah, I mean, he can still win, too, and lock himself in.
That was...
You don't see that every day. So.
No, that was definitely a wild one there. No fault on Handshot at all, but...
Well, maybe a little bit.
It was on the track.
Yeah, he was. Yeah. He did get hit by something.
It's crazy. I've never seen a neck. It's just like... You would say it would be the 5 car that net coded him, but there's no way, because it was too far away from him.
Yeah, I really don't know what happened there. That was just unfortunate for all parties involved. Andrew Mickey comes in the chat saying 32 minutes or 32 plus minutes of damage, and Eric Mickey comes in and says, "Tell me, tell me again why we needed a second Talladega race
to make Phoenix even better."
Yep. You better go put your driving hat on there, Eric. You got to win that one.
Yeah, it was either that or another Martinsville.
Oh yes, Martinsville.
It's not in our contract.
Well, Luis Almaso going to come out of this still the leader. Johnny Thomas going to be registered second. The Wrecking Ball third. Mike Stevens fourth. And I believe Richard Lafferty is going to be slated in your 5th position.
Should we point out we've only completed 12 laps?
Yeah, and we've lost half the field. Literally, pretty well.
Almost half.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
So this is definitely going to, I would say it's going to calm down the field. They'll probably go to single file at this point.
And, you know, I hate to say it like this, but Chuck Sweeting looking like a bag of gold right now.
Doesn't he always, though, Wendell?
Very true. Very true. Yeah.
I'm sure Chuck's probably tired making that long journey back from New Smyrna.
Or if you're from Tennessee, New Somalia.
Corey Bunch.
We got Richard Lafferty coming down pit road right now. Maybe a little strategery here?
Maybe.
I don't like that.
It's like, look, if we got cars getting ghost wrecked up here, I don't want any part of that.
That's true, too, yeah. That's true. Clearly not even safe when you're not around anybody. Lafferty's still in the playoffs, so.
Eric Mickey in chat says, and I quote, "When we get to Phoenix, I'll be treating everyone the way Chase Elliott treated Denny Hamlin today." I'm sorry, Eric, is that with the utmost respect?
To be fair, no one touched you, Eric. It was a ghost, so.
It's a ghost.
Yeah.
Or Harvey Weinstein, I don't know.
Possibly. I mean, maybe Kevin Spacey. We're not sure.
Maybe, I don't know. I won't lie to you, I wouldn't mind being touched by Kevin Spacey.
I still want Storm and Norman to come back.
Oh, Lord.
I just want to know what's eating Gilbert Grape.
I don't know what that is.
Before Matt was born.
Oh, yeah, sorry. In any event, we got cars reset. They're 2 wide, 5 deep. We're gonna get them re-slotted here.
We should have plenty of people to talk to in chat now. So.
Indubitably. Oh, Eric Mickey coming in said hashtag got 86. Oh, man.
Well, at least you won't be late for work, Andrew.
Very true.
Yeah, he can go
Actually,
straight to
you
work.
probably already are.
Luis Almaso commenting in chat while leading the race. You, sir, are insane.
Maybe that's why he was so far off the pace car. Get
How
maintained
do
speed,
people-
sir.
How do people do this? If I tried that, I'd be up on fire somewhere, like the Safer Barrier
We've
Phoenix
seen
today.
what happens when you text and drive. Also, our intern Frederick said, "Tell me right over Larry." So
Yes. Which was somehow uncontrollably fucking hilarious.
I mean, when you talk about the Dallas Cowboys, it's pretty bad.
Yeah.
So as Wendell said before in his Rick Allen expression here, the start-finish line is a little bit further down. It's not in the middle of the tribal, so a little bit longer green here.
It's past the shoot.
That does typically cause some problems.
Shoot dang. Green's out. These boys are
Green, but the outside line stopped.
winding it up.
It's like 77 almost missed a shift there, kind of missing.
That sounds like a
Reminds me of
77
Eric Jones.
Oh, Rusty Webb is dead in the water back there, way off the pace.
I didn't say that car looked like
Demolished.
it'd been through, like it'd been Hamlined.
Yeah, there was definitely no back end there before his pit stop.
Johnny Thomas on the outside hung out till Mike Stevens gets up to him here. Hopefully he doesn't give him too hard of a shove, otherwise we might cut the field down even more.
Yeah, and he's got back bumpers full of Jordan Teal as well as Peter the Long Man Short.
I said they might calm down, but I don't know if they are or not.
I think Peter said, I'm going now. If I can get wrecked in the back, then I may as well just get wrecked up front.
Oh, Paul Ross taking a look outside, trying to actually get a new leader here.
He's getting rammed by Ramathorn.
That's another guy that needs to win a race here is Matt Hackathorn. He's been running probably not his best season here in 3-Wide Racing League, but he's at least trying to show that he has some speed here tonight.
Pretty sure he told us the other night this is the worst season he's ever had in 3-Wide.
Yeah. It's been a series of unfortunate events, I believe, for
Well,
the Ramathorn.
Well, feel free to blame Matt.
He did get wrecked on pit lane at Daytona, so that was a new low. Like coming off of pit lane, I remember that. So.
That's just...
Well, it looks like Kevin Finn has closed up to the back of Luis there and basically going to push Luis back out to the front.
Pretty hard to get that top side going there.
It is. You need double hard work and determination. That's a fact.
And a little bit of pinching. But it's probably a little early to start pinching. So.
Indubitably.
Well, Paul Ross trying to get down a little bit. He's leaving about a half a lane, but he's going to be a little bit of side draft maybe, and Chad Brown looks underneath the apron.
Peeking out there, see what's going on.
Yeah,
I do that quite often, actually, to make sure that things are normal up front.
Speaking of Chad Brown, started legit Shotgun Charlie on the field. And he's already made his way up into the top 10, P6 specifically.
He's looking pretty good there right now, too. He's contending.
Now, I'm sure the field's hoping that he get his computer problems fixed.
Oh, God, yeah.
I think last week he had a black screen at Martinsville, and that's why he took a digger in the wall. So that's definitely not what you want to have happen at a plate track. So.
No, we saw what can happen when ghosts attack your car.
I think we should rename this one the Ghost, that one Dega.
Yeah.
Wasn't there a Ghost Whisperer show before?
Yeah, that was
I
just
think
shit,
there
though, and
was,
they had
yeah.
to cancel it.
Not surprising, really.
I remember my mother watching that, and it was absolutely terrifying as a child.
We got Chuck Sweeting out here in the Sculled Puma. In the bone-structured Puma.
Oh. I saw a little bit of a wiggle there. I thought we were about to go right out of her.
Not again.
Flashbacks, man.
Get these three lined up, they're trying to push together. I mean, you're going to have to continuously push to get that outside line going, and that's easier said than done.
Yoda Power on the outside here. As Ford Power is trying to work on the inside. Who will prevail? Ah, Chad with a Chevy had to come ruin the party. Thanks.
He's like, I just got my bow tie up in here.
Paul Ross assumed the position as of right now. Luis might have another run here on the bottom, though.
I think if Paul can get clear, he's going to just yank it right down in front of the 4, but I don't...
I think he's trying to keep the 12 with him because he had the chance to there in the backstretch, but he didn't.
The 12's going to have to start overheating here in a minute, though. As meanwhile, the whole pack is back together.
The pack is back.
Paul Ross
So
getting
if
credit
you're
for
gonna
that
be
lap
in it,
as
you're
well.
going to be in it.
Yeah. Chuck Sweeting. No, Bryson trying to get to the back bumper of Hackathorn there, but he didn't quite do anything with it.
Looks like the wounded car, Rusty Webb down there, still circulating.
The entire bottom line in the top five positions is comprised of Fords.
And 3 of those, oh no, sorry, that's Richard Hines. And I was gonna say 2 of those are teammates.
Eisentek
Peter
also
Short behind him, yeah.
the 14. I believe Mr. Finn runs Eisentek in the Aikman Designs B-Car series, does he not?
Yes. So Ford Power in general, trying to beat all those Yoders.
We just have a couple Chevys mixed up in the lot at the very back of the field.
They're kind of, yeah, so they're kind of biding their time back there.
That might be a good idea too, because these guys are starting to race a little bit crazier. They're pushing and weeble wobbling a bit coming out of the corners. So
Wow. Ooh, Hackathorn up the hill a little bit.
bring her back down.
Shouldn't see, I don't think tire wear or like handling will be an issue at Talladega. It never usually is. So. Kevin Finn jumping up in front of Paul Ross.
Gonna see if he can take the lead here, which he should be able to do. Cross the line, new leader. Because it's the
Playoff
first time
driver.
today. We're just inside 50 laps to go, guys.
That makes it sound so much better
Does indeed, actually.
than saying we just clicked over 20 laps complete.
The
To be
Fords are
fair, I
back
mean,
down there.
they're knocking them off pretty quick. So.
Yeah, they're keeping it clean and green. Can't ask for more than that.
Yeah, look at a guy like Kevin Finn. He was outside of the points coming in. So if he could win here tonight, that just shuffles the order one more time.
Yeah, it does for sure.
So Peter Short kind of slowly working his way to the back again now. He was up in this front little Ford quartet. Now, Matt,
Racing's,
go ahead.
the racing here is kind of settling down now as these guys are a little bit, seems like the
I mean,
pack's
they're still
kinda
side by side.
kerploding. It's just Hackathorn and Ross sitting on the outside right now, see if they can get something done.
No, I'm always the one to look at strategy, Matt. If I'm maybe Johnny Thomas Racing, could I wrangle some of these guys? Maybe Chad Brown. Oh, he's in another Chevy, so maybe all hit together when you know you can make it on stops and kind of get out of this pack, but still work together in your own pack.
That'd be a good idea. If they can execute it, it'd be even better.
I'll call one time with myself and Mr. Producer here almost made that work.
Almost.
They just wrecked each other.
Ran
didn't
me
you?
out of fuel.
Yeah.
Siren.
And then our other teammate decided to dump me.
Forgetting to draft after 100-something laps.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Maybe these guys will
But-
have better luck tonight.
It does work if you know how to do it correctly. So, and sometimes you're actually faster with just a couple, maybe 3, 4 guys, because you're not checking up for everybody.
Yeah. Oh, Kevin Finn a little bit out of shape there up front. Whew. Down and that must have got caught by one of them bumps down there in the tri-oval.
He's
That's
Army
gonna allow
strong.
the
He's got
outside.
it.
Yeah, it's going to allow the outside line to surge, though, here. See if they can get something done.
That's
Still got to run.
pretty much a mistake you need, though. You need that on the bottom to happen so that outside can get that run.
Yeah, because that checks the entire bottom lane up. And does take a while to build more momentum. And
Everyone's
the B
got the
cars.
bumper on them.
There's Rusty Webb. Bye, guys.
Is that the pack?
And it is official now. The top 15th to 21st are all eliminated based on the 6-11 rule.
It's true. They were probably done either way, but
Yeah, I would say when their cars are just laying down fluid and choking and coughing and wanting to kill themselves.
man, I didn't even notice that. That is awful. Eric Mika will finish dead last.
Yeah, 0% chance he's going to gain any points this evening.
Might as well just took the provisional.
Yeah.
I'm actually showing David Wilson as dead last right now.
I've got Eric Mika on the scoring.
I do too.
It might be where they're because we're there on pit lane because it's still live timing where the pit stalls are.
That makes sense.
Oh, yeah.
But technically, he would be ahead of him because he towed further.
Yeah.
If only.
Not that I've ever done that before, but if your car still ran after 30 minutes, get back in and just pull it out of your pit stall and tow it back around. Never done
Yeah,
that.
a couple of spots.
I mean, you could. They're all in the same lap. But a lot of these guys already left the room, so. Just thought I'd throw that out there now that you've all left the room. So.
You bastard.
I mean, if you need me to help you crew chief your car, I've got all these crazy ideas. Like trying to fake take 4 tires in an all-star race. Almost had it too. I can't seem to get her done there.
No, they've kind of fell apart as of right now, but see if they can scoop back together.
I'm sure Hackathorn's got to be getting hot. Been pushing on Paul for a few laps. I mean, I don't know what the threshold is, but you can't just push continuously every lap.
No, definitely not, but I don't know. He has broken away from him a few times. That maybe gave him enough room to cool his engine down, and as he jumps back at the line there, maybe he is
just kind of jumping up high there. I don't know if he's trying to get air.
Definitely trying to get air now. He's going to fall back and surrender the position to Chuck Sweeting and Mike Stevens there.
Blinking like a Christmas tree.
That's never a good sign. When you're double blinking on gauges, that usually means bye-bye.
Oh, Eric brought a good point. By the time you get it fixed, the 6-11 rule would have kicked you out anyway. That's true. Guess that works better when your car is too damaged to race, but not requires that many, It's like an easy fix, but you still can't drive it. So pretty much any plate wreck.
Yeah.
Or Thomas Fredericks in a Ferrari.
Oh, God.
Looks like Hackathorn fell all the way back to behind Peter Short. It's gonna be the second car left in line there. Got Nathan Velez behind him. Now we got Paul Ross and Chuck Sweeting. See if they can make something work.
They still have that forward threesome down there, though. It's going to be hard to crack that.
Yeah, I mean, all you have to do is give just a little push, like the 4 car is now, and it gets you so far ahead. The outside line's just trying as hard as they can. They still can't get any momentum.
The outside line will have to start pinching again as Justin Whip goes 4 laps down. He's getting close to the 6-11 rule as well.
Ooh, little bubble from Richard Hines there on the bottom. That's what the outside needs if they can work together here.
Oh, they're coming quick, too. And give Paul Ross the lead. It's going to be down to the wire. Kevin Finn got that one.
Oh, give it to Kevin. Within inches. Within inches.
Now, if that was the end of the race, Kevin Finn would have won. Ugh.
That's some hardcore analysis there, Matt. Almost as much as they did on that safer barrier that was on fire today.
I didn't think that could burn. Well, something's burning there, buddy.
Jeez, I didn't know styrofoam would burn. Really? Have you never been to the South? Right, Wendell?
That is 100% fact.
I mean, when it was that black, you knew it was the styrofoam that was on fire. Like,
Oh,
what
yeah.
else would it be?
That or tires.
Yeah, no, the tire was still on the car. So. I think it was a piece of brake rotor actually caught on fire. That joker
I
had to
think
be
the
red
brake
hot.
motor exploded, yeah.
I think we need some kind of like non-flammable foam in the walls. Coming soon.
Probably not. Just douse it in gasoline and see what happens.
It's the pyro when the race is over. Burn this mother down.
Well, 40 laps to go, fellas. We're getting there.
Should be getting
Pit
close
window.
to thinking about pit stops. Yeah, you're gonna have to start finagling yourself in line here. I don't think that's ever been a problem, pitting, right?
Unless you're Jamie McMurray or
Or should we
Jimmy
just-
Johnson.
Or the Eisentek cars for the earlier plate races this year. Someone blinked out in the back there. Velez.
Velez. See, this is where Velez also could get him punch himself a ticket into the finals at
be
Homestead,
hard
but he's
with the-
gotta fix that internet connection. Yeah.
That 825 ping. It's down to 600 now.
I've seen worse.
Yeah, you're on.
Yep. Exactly.
You're just so bad it wouldn't even let you grid. Or come off pit lane.
That was terrible. Twice too. Both at Auto Club.
They're still grouped up here. Not really letting them. It's kind of treading water, I guess you'd say, on the high side.
At least they're giving us something to talk about. But really, the only way the outside line will prevail is if they pinch the inside line down. But again, that's way too early to start thinking about that now.
I don't want to scare the 4 off the back bumper to 14, kind of like right there where Chuck's pushing the 18. If you can get him off of him, and then theoretically, all you're going to get is that front guy. He's going to get pushed to the lead, and you're just going to get hung out to dry. So you know that going in, but
You just do it for the camaraderie.
you're hoping that by pushing him out there, the guy behind you would then push you up to the front. So. A vicious cycle.
Return the favor, bro.
Well, that works till about, what, 5 to go? Then it's like,
All bets are off.
I think I'll just take the lead, thanks. Or Matt can pull over for you and give you the lead.
Shut up.
Well, that was kind of rude.
Wow, that 48 was just flipping through the fence.
Dan Weldon? No.
It wasn't rude, Wendell. I mean, he pulled over, and how did we know a caution was going to come out instantly the minute he pulled over?
Yeah.
Valid point.
I mean, he won a Daytona race, a Daytona race that way one time. So let's just swap right here.
Like I was going to let him back by. That's the fallacy there. As Paul Ross assumes the position. He's going to pull down. He's not going to.
He'll stay up there. He should come down, though. Too late now.
Yep. Door is no longer open. It's, Paul Ross, another lap led at least.
I believe this will be the halfway lap this time, right? Yeah.
Oh, he should have definitely pulled down there. Oh, I guess it doesn't matter. He's already locked in.
No, but you want that playoff point.
Yeah, that's true too.
Well, I guess it doesn't matter now. You're right. You're going to Homestead, so. Ah.
You just want to try to keep it away from even maybe Kevin Finn there. Seems to have it in hand right now, unless
Yeah, he's got
any
a pretty good
casualties
push
happen.
there.
Yeah. Oh, but Paul Ross and Chuck Sweeting fighting back on the outside.
Yeah, Chuck gave him a good push there. I don't think it's going to be enough, though.
Luis is back on the back bumper, the 14, and playoff point 2.
It's close.
Paul Ross. No, Kevin Finn just changed.
So close.
Took a second. Kind of like the time when I beat you at Daytona in the DP.
I don't recall it.
Rusty Webb has retired from the event. Leaves 13 cars left on the lead lap and running.
You can't beat someone when it's tied, so.
Except it goes 2-1, 2-1. It stays on 1.
Except it goes 0.000.
I had a splitter.
And with your internet, I don't even know how it could even calculate you being that close. So. Just
Put me on the
counting in
fence to be
between
the champ.
megabytes sent there. Continuing to get that little bit of push right at the line, but I mean, if you're this close from Paul Ross, all you need is that little bit more of a shot there, and you can actually, if that was coming to the win, you can get the win.
Yeah, if this were to stay this way, unfortunately the green flag pit stops I think will shake things up a touch. And they should be coming soon. We're working what?
You want to get hopefully far enough to where you don't have to make another.
Yeah.
You get 30 laps out of a tank, you should be fine as long as you get 3 more here. Now the guys up front obviously are burning the fuel, so if you're in the back, you've been saving some. So
Another big shot by Chuck Squeeding.
clearly this is going to come to fuel mileage since I said it wouldn't. So
Yeah.
like when I said you can't get a tie in these points again.
Oh, the
And
14's
there
around the
goes-
4! Everybody's
Oh, another
involved!
big
Good
one.
God! Everybody's wrecked.
The
Everybody's
only
Short
wrecked.
made it through.
the only car
Peter
not
Short.
involved in some form of fashion is Johnny Thomas in the 83.
I'm pretty sure Peter didn't hit anything. Maybe Richard
Oh
Lafferty
my
as well.
God. What the
Lafferty's car looks fine too. So we've got 3 cars so far.
Chuck Sweeting, Paul Ross, Kevin Finn,
What even
Richard
happened there?
Hines.
14
Or
just started turn. We haven't got a good eyeball on it yet.
Oh, a little contact from the 4.
Yeah,
That bumper hook
the
was always
slightest
feared.
touch. Wow, my God.
That
Wobble
was
bobble.
the field. It was literally the field.
It was. Looks like Johnny Thomas as well as Richard Lafferty able to get through that. I think Peter Short got a little bit of it.
Oh, he's fine. I think. Did the 4 go inside of the 14? No, not really, but it just turned him around. We've seen that so many times on these plate tracks.
Yeah, Peter got a little bit of door contact, but I don't think it's going to be enough to affect him.
You know what his problem is? The 2 guys in front of him are teammates. So
Lafferty
Good-
will probably
good luck
secure
getting
a
around
spot in the
teammates.
playoffs. Yeah.
I mean, that's just that helped Eric Mickey, I guess, in a way. Now, but
Not really,
didn't.
because unless
There's
Johnny
less cars
Thomas
now, I
wins,
guess, to go around.
there's only 3 cars that. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, unless Lafferty. I mean, either way, one of these playoff guys is going to try to win if Johnny Thomas doesn't.
How are we gonna go another 30 laps or better with 3 cars?
Well, I mean, there's more than 3, but only 3 are going to be in the lead draft. I mean, him is Rackett. No, Hackathon's pretty bad.
I'd say Chad Brown doesn't look too bad when I see that trail of smoke coming from behind his car.
Boys.
Mm-mm-mm.
Johnny Thomas almost missed his pit stall. That was interesting.
It doesn't matter. Worst case scenario, he's coming out third.
Third. Maybe that's where you want to be. Man, I can't believe that happened, right? I mean, we had to be within 5 laps of a pit stop at least.
At least. And Johnny Thomas lets the 8th car go by. And the 33 is to be scored in the 3rd position. And Peter Short might get a speeding up penalty.
Nope.
That
No, he just.
I was gonna
Could
say
be-
that could be deadly if you do
The
that.
83 beat the 33 out of the pits. But wow.
Because you do not want to get stuck behind all the damaged cars.
No,
'Cause
then
you will
you're
definitely lose
screwed.
the front draft.
That's when you have to. That's when your arm has to get tired and you spin yourself out.
Man, I don't think I've ever seen a plate race be this odd. So a
I
ghost
honestly
wreck,
thought that was the entire field, to be honest with you.
I mean,
it all but was.
Yeah,
there
I
was
thought
only 2
every car-
cars that
Maybe
did
four.
not get involved at all. That was the 83 of Johnny Thomas and the 8 of Richard Lafferty.
I mean, there was nothing the field could do on that one. It just kind of swept
No.
them all into it.
Yeah,
It did.
Yeah,
it did.
and
Like,
Jordan
get
T
on the
almost
brakes.
made it
You're
through.
like,
Looks like Nathan Velez is going to be scored 4th.
this is gonna be the battle of get your car back out there to salvage points too.
Yeah, and you have to be within 6 laps. I am set
So
aback
I'm
at
also
this one.
taking
Flabbergasted.
credit for that. Rex said it was all his fault. He didn't see anything on his screen, which I can believe because a lot of times you don't actually even get an X when you bumper hook somebody. So
No, you
'cause
see the guy
there's-
shoot up the track and you go, "What
it's
just
like,
happened?
what happened?
No, it's
Why did he leave?"
unfortunate, but
Well, we will proceed anyway. Matt Hackathorn in the top 5 right now as well. He's the only other car on track.
Peter Short said no damage on the 33, so might have been a little netcode damage. It's just only Talladega, folks. Only Talladega.
Matt Hackathorn bringing a little bit of light to your day.
Hackathorn said, no matter what, but guys, if we don't rack right here, we're gonna get a top 5. I hate to burst this bubble. This is the point where you probably blow up, like with 4 to go. I've also heard those words before from a certain Chris Munger, when we were guaranteed a top 5, and I told him to cut Cody McCorkle out of the field, and he wouldn't do it, and we got wrecked. So
Yeah, I remember saying that as well. And he goes, "Oh, he has no problem. I never have any problem with him. Everybody else just seems." Anyway, it didn't work.
no, always cut them out if you can.
Well, this might make the race broadcast a little bit less exciting, but
How many laps are left, John? Under
too
30.
many.
yeah, I believe it was say right around 30.
Unfortunately, under 30. So if each
Yeah.
car can lead 10 laps,
I don't even. The best thing Peter Short can do right now is push the 8 and hope to get him away a little bit from Johnny Thomas and try to slingshot around him, but that's not even going to be a possibility.
I mean, I'm pretty sure the 83 is going to have, like, he's going to push the 8 to the win because he knows the 8 has to win this race.
This is a must-win for the 8. But on the other side of that, Johnny Thomas hasn't had a win yet this season.
It doesn't matter. You're the owner. You know what's on stake here.
Yeah, you do have to go for what's best for your team. We'll see. Maybe some more craziness can happen. We can lose everybody in the field. Matt Hackathorn can come to the victory.
I always wanted that scenario because, well, even when we come to Homestead, with all, like in real life, if all 4 championship drivers get wrecked, which I know it's different now because they have the 5-minute clock, but before then it was who can get their car fixed first to finish, like, not wrecked and get back out on the track. That would always be funny to see. Because you could finish 30th, but if you were ahead of the other 3, you won the championship. Sadly, we'll never see that now. So.
Yeah, Peter Short's going to have to pull off a miracle here to get past these 2 guys.
Chat seems a little pessimistic about that. But,
Anything can happen. It's Talladega.
you got Ford horsepower, bro. Come on.
Yeah. Fords have led the best portion of this race. So.
I mean, I'm not going to tell you how to do this, but you should clearly push Johnny in a way that you can get him beside the 8 and then put a bumper in a certain corner.
Wreck the entire field.
I'll let you figure that out.
Boys, we're lights out on the pace car. We've got 5 cars on the track.
It's like a 20-minute caution, for real.
Well, that should have been a red flag if that was real life. There was cars on fire.
Pretty sure I saw some body parts laying out there too, but
Chuck said Paul was easy to push. Yeah, you guys were actually making the high side do some work there, so unfortunately, when you're up high, like Matt mentioned earlier, you just kind of get swept into the wreck. So
then you get the wash up.
Hey, come again tomorrow and try it again.
Yeah. Go. I really have no words right now. I'm still shocked.
I mean, I think this shot on the backstretch says it all. There's only your 5 cars circulating.
I think that's the most shocking. Is that out of all that, only 2 cars were able to repair themselves enough to get back on the track.
You think it's bad for us? I don't think they realize how bad it's going to be for them to ride around for 30 laps, not being able to do anything.
Yeah.
Like Peter Short is helpless here when you've got 2 teammates.
Well, I don't know that Velez is that badly damaged. I mean, there's a little bit.
Back end, yeah, he might actually be able to do something here.
The
You can't push him with his internet, though.
true.
That's true.
The 12's got a little bit of some spoiler issue on that right rear, but he's not looking too shabby either.
It looks like a
12
Mack truck ran into his back end.
The only thing the 12 can do is, like, get on someone and stay on them.
Yeah.
I think it's the best thing he can have happen.
We'll see
Unfortunately,
that-
he's at the back of the pack, so that's not where you want to be with damage.
No, yeah. Pace car pulls in. We have the 5 cars
5.5. One of them keeps blinking.
again. Oh,
Chuck coming in chat saying you just can't touch someone's left rear, and that's a fact. Take that to the bank, Jack, because that's depositable.
Green, green, green.
Richard Lafferty gets out to a good lead. Now this is where we're gonna be in. Matt Hackathorn looks like he has a sail on the back of his car.
I think he's
Nathan
cylinder
Velez
down
actually
already.
not too bad. He's kind of hanging out up there, but we'll see how things progress. Pray that he can maybe make this interesting.
Say, I mean, his best bet's to work with Peter, or all four are going to stay in line unless Peter's going to try and do something.
And
by
Peter's going to try to go on the outside.
Peter's going to
here.
side draft the hell out of these boys.
Gonna have to now. Nathan Velez is actually coming.
Well, I don't know if you guys remember back to the earlier part of the season, but don't think there's any love between the 83 and the 48.
Oh, they're BFFs now, I'm sure.
No, I'm sure they don't hate each other, but I'm also sure there's no love there.
This is like a... Oh, no, that's not going to work. It's like a Denny Hamlin thing, but no, he makes too many enemies.
Yeah.
This is more like a Brad K, Kyle Busch kind of thing. They don't wreck each other, but they will talk smack to each other. Outside that one time they wrecked each other.
Yeah. Oh, and the 48 is sucking up. It takes, 6 laps for him to get geared up, but it's working. And we have 5 cars on the lead lap right now. Luis Salmaso is only 2 down. He's back on the circuit.
Now, is Chuck still in chat? Chuck, can you tell us what a fuel run is? Are we good to go here, or is someone going to have to be creative? Or anyone in chat that actually knows fuel mileage here?
John Brummett in chat saying 30 with 5 cars. Oh my, they need to find a way to make this exciting. Okay, here we go. You ready at Talladega? I can't do it.
Wow! I think they're going to turn around and go backwards now. That should make it exciting.
Yeah. But Velez and Hackathorn are actually making a nice little push on the high side. I mean, they're not great, but they're keeping Peter Short relevant.
I mean, if you get 3-2, unless you're Chris Munger, Robbie Burgers, and you can't figure out how to push by one car, you should be fine. Your numbers are in your favor.
Yeah, but
3
the
versus
problem
2.
is there's about a half a car with Velez and a half a car with Hackathorn. So
Well, but then it's 2-on-2,
yeah,
plus some change.
they're gonna have to start. I really don't know how Peter Short can come out of this as a winner unless there is another pit stop.
He doesn't technically have to win. I mean, it would lock
No.
him in, which would be great, but he's looking at
He's-
a pretty good points day. He'll be
He's all
third in
but locked
points.
in, yeah.
So, but I mean, then you run the gamble. If like Eric or someone else wins at Phoenix, you get knocked out. So,
Yeah.
you definitely want to win. As you're coming around to lap 4 car there.
Had a nice little run there. Oh, Johnny Thomas comes off the back bumper. Richard Lafferty a bit. Les could somehow get to the back bumper of him.
So
Oh, dear God.
Paul Ross, I think, do about 30 to 32 laps as the front car. So, should be all right. Right? Then we go back to green. Yeah, you're within a window, yeah.
Okay.
If not, then I guess you should save fuel. Pretty hard for Lafferty, so.
Yeah, because he's not going to surrender the lead.
Sure, if Velez is pulling back to pick up Hackathorn, that's what it looks like he's doing. I don't know if I'd play that gamble.
No, it's...
Because Peter's going to push with Johnny Thomas and Richard Lafferty.
Hackathorn's not in that bad a shape, to be honest, as they're passing the 64 with Chad Brown.
No, but he's not.
5 laps down. He's now succumbed to the 6:11 rule also.
He's not great though. When Peter and Nathan get hooked up, they kind of just leave him. So
Yeah.
Chuck said he's winning Phoenix, and Eric said, "I will destroy you." Look out, Chuck! You got small hands. He might destroy you.
Let's catch back up now.
Trying to. Yeah, I think they just decided they couldn't hang back for Matt. I mean, you can't feel sorry for Hackathorn. He's going to finish 5th, so.
Yeah, unless the thing blows up. I hope the hell it doesn't.
Even then, he's going to finish 5th.
That's right, there's nobody that can run
within a
behind
couple
him.
lap window, yeah, because the 4 car just quit. So. And Chad Brown should be about done, right?
He is done now, the past 6 laps.
So yeah, if you're Hackathorn, you can really just pull over here and be like, I'll watch.
Yeah. Les and Short still trying to get it done here on the high side, but it's not gonna. That's gonna be an uphill battle. Very little chance of success, I believe, there.
Andrew Mickey said Peter should push the 83 like he would push him. I don't know if he can push that crazy, Andrew. Push him like Matt does when his wheel falls off the table.
That's happened more than once, unfortunately.
That's what happens when you use those metric bolts. Weak threads. Well, they're still trying to put on the show here. Still trying to keep her side by side.
Johnny Thomas did a little bit swinging at bees there.
I mean, he's going to get hot, I would think, right? I mean,
yeah,
he can't stay tucked up behind him forever.
You would think, anyway.
And if they do, that's when Nathan and Peter are going to pounce. I mean, to be fair, like, when this comes down to getting the checkered flag, they all need to wreck together just to seal the deal here.
Yeah.
Like in a
and then
synchronized
can come from the back.
I have seen a race come down to only one car making it to the finish line. So. Just throw that out there.
I believe it was the 2014 Daytona 500 here in iRacing that I ran, and there was 2 cars running. Myself and
I didn't
leader.
forget about that one. Okay, so there's 2 races.
Yeah.
One was with Jason Gaines held off Robbie Burgers and Chris Munger because they couldn't figure out how to push by one car. So.
Good God.
You'll have that. I don't know. This is going to be interesting to see what Peter and Nathan do because obviously Nathan wants to win too. He's still in the playoffs, so.
He's going to have to use his car as a battering ram or a wrecking ball, as it were.
I mean, like I mentioned earlier, you put your fender on a certain quarter panel.
I feel like there might be some implications to points and encumbered wins and such if that were to happen.
I'm not suggesting it. I'm just pointing it out that mistakes happen. I mean, the ghost of Dale has been here tonight already, so.
Multiple times.
I can't believe we topped the first wreck with the second wreck. That's unbelievable.
Yeah. Oh, and Chuck Sweeting says you don't ever get hot.
Oh, what has iRacing done with this model?
Pissed all over it and lit it on fire.
Jesus. You're not checking my emails. How about you actually work on the draft model?
Thanks, iRacing Live.
That's it. We're going to R Factor.
And Paul Ross coming in, he says, there can only be one wrecking ball.
I don't know. They did a pretty good job tonight, Paul.
Yeah, we had a few wrecking balls tonight.
Don't worry, though, Paul. You can redeem yourself tomorrow night.
Can we invert the field? Kevin, that's
Yes.
Wednesday night races.
Invert the Talladega field. Like that would matter, I guess. I mean,
Now we're going to invert 5 cars, though.
remember when I said you usually don't get wreck leading, so we've had a wreck happen up front twice tonight.
One was a
And
leader, somebody was in the top 5.
and it's collected pretty much 95% of the field both times, so it's been going pretty good.
I think we were over 95% there. Just let me do the quick maths if I know how to do it.
Okay.
21
Carry the
divided
one.
by
Oh
3.
man,
There's
that's
the 48 lagging out.
That will make you clinch your seat if you're in the 33.
You know, if I'm the 33 car, I'm telling him to just go around. I'll take third. And I believe that's exactly what he did.
Yeah.
You can see the virtual hand come out the window.
I think what we're going to see here is the 33 car try to push the 48.
If you can get that lag draft, it's unbearable to drive, but you can move.
My question is, if these guys go out, let's say we're coming to the checker, because that's what you're going to set up here in that last lap pass. If the 48 goes out, is the 83 going to try and just stop that run, or just push the 8 as hard as he can? Because if he goes out, Peter's going to go the other way.
You would need to push the 8. I don't think you can block. You can maybe start hip checking. That's going to be the only way you can do it.
So I'm saying, when you start doing that, it's going to, that kills the momentum from the 8. Because the 48 is completely flipping out.
And it's only through the corners, too.
Yeah, well, we know the remedy to this. You're going to yell at the kids, "Get off the Netflix!"
Yeah. And he's blinking worse now than he ever has as he comes back.
Yeah.
That makes it exciting, because that's like a landmine right there.
Well, it hurts for Peter Short, too, because you're losing draft every time he blinks out. There's no car you're actually drafting.
No, yeah, that's true, too.
As you would know, Matt, because every time you've blinked out, you've actually lost like 2 seconds from doing that. So.
Yes, you lose downforce in your car when you blink out as well for some reason. Still not sure why. Peter Short can try to go around the outside.
Chuck said he can make the pass with real aggressive side drafting. Maybe Chuck.
Gonna be...
The 83 is going to play probably just as many games with that one, too.
Yeah.
So.
He's going to be blocking like Dale did.
We're going to be 14 to go here at the line. We'll see what happens.
At most tracks, I would say yay, but at Talladega, that's still a long, long time.
Way to go. Yeah. Peter got a nice run there. I think he should start trying it. Try the side drafting.
See if you show your hand too early, though.
No, but I like to have a couple mock tries at it to make sure that I can take the lead when necessary.
Now, one thing you could try, which would be really hard to do, push the 83 into the 8 and make the 83 kind of get uncomfortable pushing the 8. Maybe get them pushing on the left or a quarter pound or something. That gets them upset, then make your move.
Yeah, that's
true. It'd be really
too.
hard to do that, but if you did, that would be a really good run for you.
Well, Peter's going to have to try to push 3 deep, too, because he knows if he can get those guys jumbled up front, it'll open the door enough for him to get past. Mind you, that is a very tough thing to do, and we know Peter likes to drive as clean as possible, but sometimes I try to mix things up a bit.
Sometimes you got to beat Denny Hamlin.
Yeah.
Or
sometimes
Chase Elliott.
the bug, and sometimes they're the windshield.
You probably want to be Chase Elliott, not just fun out dump somebody else.
Yeah.
It's Ty Dillon.
If somebody else brings that up to me again, I'm going to literally slap them in the face. And the 48 is having consensual sex with the back end of the 33.
I don't know how consensual that is.
That's like Kevin Spacey consensual.
No. Not touching that one on a 10-foot pole.
But you don't have to, because he already is. If you're Peter, you're probably yelling, "Dude, get off me." Like, you're scaring the ever bejeebus out of me here.
That might be where...
It came down, but it shot right back up again.
Yeah, that's some... might be storms maybe rolling through his area. Not sure where.
No, that's somewhat on it. If it's fluctuating.
Usually mine doesn't come down, though.
Almost like someone loading videos or something.
If I did that, I wouldn't be able to see anybody for the entire duration of the race.
If you're Peter...
He just took flight.
don't know what you do if you're Peter because it's going to hook you at some point. It has to. That's what lag does.
It doesn't matter if he's actually pushing you or not, if he's within your vicinity. And Peter got a hell of a run there.
And we are confirming in chat that Peter is saying that it is not consensual.
Unfortunately, we're in Alabama, so also the 48 just went over the safer barrier. So
I think he's all right, though. Oh, my God.
No,
See ya.
Matt, that's not all right.
No means no.
Oh, God. We're going to be 10 laps to go, though, at the line. That's positive on this night.
Very true. They are clicking them off pretty quickly here.
If this duo out here can win this race, I will be
I'll puke.
pleasantly surprised that a lagging car could push one to the lead.
That's why I don't know if the damage on Velez's car is real. He might have lagged through the wreck.
That's a good point. I mean, he could have actually lagged through it. I know a certain somebody who's done that before. Not naming any names, Case Higgins.
I think Matt Hackett. No, Matt Hackett still
Circulating. He's like, they're gonna wreck. They're gonna wreck. Unfortunately, he's gonna get lapped here.
Yeah. Peter Short still trying to make the old slingshot work.
He actually came down on the 48. So.
If that stabilizes, Peter Short might have a better shot at this.
To a 141 as it's gonna go back up again. Yep. Straight back to a 375. I'm not touching that Eisentech comment.
No, neither am I.
Nope. I read right over that.
Clearly it's 14 in Alabama.
I giggled internally and we moved on.
Speaking of internally, I think the 48 is internally inside the 33 with that lag there.
Yes. And every time he comes back, it looks like his car looks like a bigger tin can. He's using the draft off a hackathon, seeing if we can do something with it.
I thought he's gonna lag into the 12.
Oh, that'd just be nailing the coffin for this race. Peter's got a good run. He's got a pinch. As a 48 set sail again. Good God.
I mean.
Oh. Oh, this is great. Eric Mickey and Jet. Fifth is the worst you can do, guys. If you wreck, just go nuts. Come on.
Well, I know Eric Mickey wants Johnny Thomas to win. There's 2 spots still open.
Well, if that is the case, too, Thomas, why don't you start pushing the 83 and make him go to the line and push him past the 8?
He's not going to go past the 8.
No, he'll slam on brakes, that's right.
He will do, I mean, as a team owner before, you will do anything. If that car needs to get in it, you will do anything for him. Not flat out wreck somebody, but you'll, all he has to do is stay behind the 8. Because clearly this dynamic duo on the outside is not going to go anywhere.
You have Red from there helping the back end of the 33.
The 48's flipping over like a Mexican jumping bean. I feel like we need Trey for this. Trey would be perfect with some analogies for this.
Yeah, it's just... I can't watch... Velez was stuck in the wall there. I can't watch the 48s on board. It just...
I think Wendell should actually put it on the 48 car so it just lags out in the stream.
Oh, God. Oh, they got a nice push, though, right here.
Imagine he lags in just enough to push you.
Oh, he's got to come down, though. Peter's leaving too much room, even though I don't really know if that could work either which way, but pinching always makes it more dangerous for you to get wrecked out.
We've still got a few laps to worry about. Pinching.
He's hanging all right there, though, right now. As long as the Ghost of Dale doesn't grab Johnny Thomas by the horns and shake him around, this thing should finish under green.
Eric said Johnny Thomas or the 33. I mean, I assume you'd still want there to be 2 open spots just in case.
Drew Eisman says they should hire that 48 to be the next space shuttle. Yeah, he's taking some serious airs through some of these corners.
He's built Ford tough, but he's built Chevy tough. Like a rock.
I'm saying those shocks and struts and stuff must be some good.
That's one hell of a splitter.
Yeah. Oh, big push there for the 33. He's going to be side by side with the 83.
How can you even call that a push?
How?
He can see the air.
He's got to get closer to that 83. Take some of the side force off him.
Man, if I'm the 48, I'm like reaching for anything I can. Maybe unplug a wireless router or something. Just anything.
I'm looking to start yelling. I want a bullhorn there and start yelling through the house. Get another caution. Maybe could have changed the password on the wireless router.
Jesus.
ruin my race now, you rat bastards.
That's unbelievable. That's some major hardcore lag. Eric, you can be closer all you want. You're gonna have a hard time for that 8 not winning tonight. Especially now, because it's not working in their favor.
Here comes the monster push from the 48 now, though. Jesus, they're going 5 mile an hour faster.
Yeah, but I mean, what?
But you're playing with the laws of netcode.
I can't believe he hadn't spun him. I guess he's not in enough to actually spin anybody.
He's gone now, so.
He'll be back.
There he is.
And gone again.
Okay. Time to get your bumpers out, Peter. Get right on that door.
Let's say his quality was going down. We could have actually lost him on that one, but he didn't. All right, time to start side drafting. Coming to 2 to go.
Oh, he's got a nice little run there. Ooh, they're getting close. Gotta stay stapled right down that 83's door if you can. Don't think it's gonna happen though.
I mean, we might be broadcasting from Nepal. You never know. Possibly 420 Highland Drive.
Georgia.
That's actually a place in Georgia, by the way.
Oh, he's still there. He's hung on the outside longer than ever. And I think Velez is dead back there, but
He can just rattle the 83 here and get him a little crazy.
Oh, the 83's pushing up a little bit. Ooh, Peter looked like he got a little bit loose there. Lost a lot of momentum. They touched there. The liners, white flag. Peter's gonna be grasping at straws here, trying to see if he can detach these two together.
I think it's too little, too late.
Yeah, he's got to get more momentum somehow, and he has no help out back. He's got to run on the 83. 83 and the 8 air broke up.
Yeah, but the 83 is going to come right back to him, though.
Be a big push. Oh, don't get him left rear.
Or do, make it even more exciting.
And if he does, Velez will win the race, so. Side by side, they touch again. Oh, they touch again. Oh, the 83 hooks him.
Regardless of that, it's going to be Richard Lafferty winning, going to Homestead. Nathan Velez, connection and all, will get scored second, apparently. And Peter Short will grab third. In dramatic fashion.
Yes.
I mean, it could only end that way, right?
No, yeah. We can't bring her to the line.
Either way, mission accomplished for Johnny Thomas Racing. So they'll be heading to the round of 3.
Yeah, and some interesting fashion.
Even the chat on Velez is lagging. So
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen.
I was trying to open my TeamSpeak.
I am as well. It doesn't like me right at this moment.
Alrighty, let's see. We hop over and start some intro views. Let's see. Who are we starting with? Peter Short, probably?
I believe so.
Well, bam, there he is. We'll start with the short man, Peter. Probably not how you expected Talladega to go here, but you survived the carnage and came away with the P3. Tell us about your night.
Yeah, avoided the big one. That's basically,
Twice.
Yeah, twice. First time I slammed on my brakes and just hoped that I wouldn't get into it. Second time, I basically had to go from the top to the bottom and very quickly. And then it was a 3-car race after that. Velez was in there, and I got to thank him for everything he did to try and help me get to the front and try and make it exciting as possible. I don't know what happened on the last lap there. Coming out of turn 2, or turn 4, I just was running my line. I was definitely pinching the 83, but he claimed I was door slamming in the entire last lap. That's completely bogus. We did make some contact coming out of turn 4, but I think I watched the replay, pushed up a little bit, and he was trying to stop me from side drafting the whole last 2 or 3 laps. He kept trying to get up into me. It looked like I don't know if he just wasn't good enough to follow the 8 car. But we did everything we could. I quite easily could have taken him out at a couple points and tried to race him clean, and then he flat out dumped me. I was able to slide through the grass, do some getting ready for that iRacing rallycross action there through the infield. It's probably the most exciting part of my night was, well, I guess avoiding the 2 wrecks were exciting, but sliding through the infield was kind of fun and able to get P3. So, long story short, I was hoping to come away with a decent finish at Talladega. I'd yet to finish a super speedway race, I think, this year here in 3 wide, and I did it tonight. 2 spots short. I came up short. I'll use y'all's pen. There you go. You didn't say it, so I'll say it for you. Thank Drew and Cameron for both helping me get through those wrecks, and thank you all for everything that y'all do, and thanks Nathan Young for putting on the series. We're coming up to the end of the series, and it's going to get exciting next week. We got 1 race to determine who's going to go to the final round.
Without a doubt. Pretty much covered everything there, Peter. Even the shout-outs. Got any questions, Matt, or are you your normal confounded there?
I have something.
Oh.
Now, with this race went, Peter, are you thinking to approach tomorrow night's event at Talladega for the Cup Series? You gonna go crazy, or you gonna go calm, cool, and collected?
Well, main goal tomorrow night is to help the teammates. I'm already into the next round, so tomorrow night's helping Kevin, even though Kevin's on the Avon side. He's a ETE teammate in the B car. So helping Kevin, and of course Drew and Race if Race gets to race. Race didn't get to race last week. If I get the opportunity to help any 3 of those guys get to the next round, I will do so. But it should be exciting tomorrow night. I do plan to play it cool, kind of like I did tonight. Staying in the back. It worked for me tonight. It seemed like I said, I hadn't finished one of these super speedway races this season, and staying in the back helped tonight. So maybe I'll try that again tomorrow night and see what happens.
Alrighty. That was definitely a smart plan tonight there, Peter. We'll look forward to seeing what you guys bring us tomorrow night.
Thanks, y'all.
My drag and drop skills are quite lackish there, man.
Yeah, it's heavy picking these guys up.
Yeah, I mean it's long race at clicking there. Do we have Nathan Fudge? Yes, we do. He may have had a terrible connection tonight, but he still made it through all of the wrecks and even the final one off of turn 4 and brought it home with a P2 for some valuable points tonight there, Mr. Velez. Tell us about your night.
Yeah, you can understatement with the internet connection. I don't know. It's been good all season. I don't know what the hell's been going on, but yeah, actually, I probably got lucky because that huge wreck, I went through people, so internet connection helped me out there.
I love when that happens, but it usually doesn't happen to me. Now, Nathan, you got a good finish tonight. I think you're going to be sitting pretty decently in the points. What's your plan for Phoenix? It's kind of it might be a must-win depending on who gets up front, because I believe Peter Short and Eric Mickey both need wins technically to lock themselves in, so you're going to be up against them. How do you feel for Phoenix?
It's been a while. I don't know. I got to fix my internet connection first. That's the first thing, because that internet connection at the end killed me. I got a little bit of damage too, and I couldn't help Peter trying to push him, and then I see Johnny racing the way he normally races. So, but we'll see how Phoenix goes. I'll get some practice in. Try and do my best.
See, I told you they were like Brad Keselowski and Kyle Busch. They're not going to wreck each other, but they still got those little snipes at each other. Regardless of that, Nathan, before we let you go, got any shout-outs to give us?
Shout out to 3 Wide Racing League, Nathan Young Designs. Peter at the end, I tried to help him. I tried to push him, but unfortunately, that little bit of damage caused problems, so I couldn't keep up at the end. But and of course, shout out to OCR TV. You guys do a fantastic job. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to listen in a while, so I'm gonna try and do something tomorrow and see if I can watch the replay.
Well, this will definitely be a barn burner to watch tomorrow. So.
Yeah, I'm sure it will be.
Alrighty, there was your P2 finisher tonight there, Matt. Nathan Velez looking pretty with some points there. See if we can grab our winner as we snatch and grab him. Richard Lafferty needed to win after a tough Dover, and you definitely got the job done tonight. Richard, tell us about your night.
Well, we just rode around in the back for most of the race, and that seemed to be the strategy that paid off. Everybody that kind of rode around in the back ended up still being around for the end.
Yeah, definitely. We saw a couple guys play that strategy. Unfortunately, it didn't. I believe Eric Mickey and a few others still got caught up in that first wreck. Were you surprised 2 big ones kind of just wiped out the whole field that early on in the race?
I mean, that's just Talladega racing. You know how it goes every time you come here. It's just a complete crapshoot. I'm not as good as a lot of these guys, so I'm just proud that me and Johnny were able to stick together and make it to Homestead. I'm probably as kind of an underdog.
That was my question there, Richard. What's your outlook for Homestead? When are you going to start testing there and trying to get the best run you can possibly get? And right now, you have yourself and Paul Ross locked into the final round. So.
Honestly, all I can do is go there and drive the car as hard as I can drive it. I don't really put a lot of time into iRacing besides just coming in and doing the practice for the league races, but I'll probably try to put a little time into Homestead that week and get ready for it. I'm not great there, but I'm okay, and we'll just see how it turns out, and maybe we can get another underdog to win this last race, and I feel okay against Paul. I think Paul's pretty talented, but I feel okay against him. So we'll see who wins this last race. I know Eric and Peter will be driving hard to get that last spot.
Without a doubt there, Richard. Before we let you go tonight, got to get those shout-outs from you.
Shout out to Johnny Thomas. As Nathan said, he raced as he always does, which is near the front, and Nathan races as he always does, which is blinking like hell. And our de facto teammate, Kyle Hanshaw, for riding around with us while he could before he got glitched out. And you guys for broadcasting, Corey for running the great league. We enjoy racing every week, and appreciate everything you guys do.
Alrighty, folks, there he is, your winner, Richard Lafferty, going to Homestead. Look forward to seeing him in a couple weeks. See if he can, like you said, be the underdog champion here.
Hopefully Johnny can go get him some points tomorrow night and get a couple in the finals here.
Without a doubt, it should be very interesting tomorrow, Matt and Wendell. Same place, same time, but it's an elimination round for the Cup cars, so even more on the line. So, oh joy!
Yeah, things are gonna get a little bit crazy tomorrow, I imagine. Well, I don't know if you can get any
More
crazier than tonight.
crazy? I don't know. We had
This
a ghost wreck, then a
Yeah.
big one, and then an actually crazy finish with 3 cars. So
yeah, this was crazier than a bag of hammers this evening.
I'm sure producers running the results on the screen right now. You can see where your favorite driver finished. Your playoff drivers are in blue. You'll notice there's quite a few that were down the list there. At least one notable, Eric Mickey, who pretty much said when he came in the chat tonight that he hates this place. So lived up to that one. So
He has to win at Phoenix too, I believe, unless your short gets wadded up and he somehow finishes second.
yeah, I think you're gonna go into Phoenix, with the mindset I have to win, kind of like a Keselowski mindset.
Yeah.
There.
But Velez, anybody can spoil the show for both Peter Short and Eric Mickey, so we'll see how that plays out. It's going to be a intense little battle for sure in that little short track.
Without a doubt, and that will actually be in 2 weeks. So
Oh yes.
or right, is that, yeah, 2 weeks. November 26th, we'll be back with the Nathan Young Designs B Car Series. Like we mentioned earlier, though, we'll be back tomorrow night for the Cold Hard Art Cup Series here at Talladega. It's going to be an elimination round. We'll see who's going to make it and who's not to the round of 6. Be sure to tune in for that. Any final words, Matt?
Bye.
And as Matt said, goodbye.